Hey guys, it's makeup tutorial time again.
Okay.
Hey Hot Miss fans.
Oh my god.
Yes!
I've got bipolar disorder. My shit's not in order. I'm overweight.
Very, very simple. I use this.
Things to say. I rock
Camera
my
cut out
jeans.
again. Hi! Hey Hot Miss fans. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by for another segment of my 2 cents. Today I am talking about the Infallible Pro Matte by L'Oreal Paris foundation and a setting powder. After I'm done jaw wagging, I do have a quick video after this that shows you how I put the foundation on. Just a quick synopsis of what it is. This is the foundation. It is a demi matte finish. It wears up to 24 hours. The coverage is medium and the texture is air light. For the powder, it says it is a matte finish, wears up to 16 hours, and the texture is air fine. So let's go back to the foundation. The foundation, I was a little skeptical because I am a dry face gal. I usually have to go for stuff that's more of a dewy kind of finish. So I try to stay away from the stay matte kind of finishes. But everybody was talking about it, and you know what happens when you watch a lot of YouTube videos. You go out and you're thinking, you know what, I need to go get it, and I need it now. So I went and grabbed the 2. And I have been trying it for the last couple weeks, and it is true, I was kind of expecting it, but this foundation did grab a hold of a couple of my dry patches on my face. Now, this particular time that you're going to see, this is the final product of what it looks like after I put my foundation, or after I put on my highlighter and bronzer and my makeup and all the rest of the other good stuff that I put on my face. So this is what it looks like, and I must tell you that I am pleasantly surprised, because you'll see that when I put it on, I was expecting it to clump up a little bit. I was expecting to have to tell you, you know, this is all my dry patches and this is what's clinging on to. Now, like I say with the video, is I'm not really sure if it has to do with my face regimen that I have been doing lately, or if it's just a good day, the combination of both. Who knows? But today was a good day with this. So with that being said, I'll probably know that if I'm going to be using this foundation, that I do really need to be on top of my facial routine. With that being said, most of the time when I did use it, it did go on pretty well. I do know that as a matte foundation, I had to do one part of my face first and then go on to the next, because it does seem to dry a little bit faster. So that's one thing that you have to notice. 2, obviously better for you oily face girls. This would be a little bit better for you guys. If you are a dry face girl like I am, then you would want to make sure that you do have a better regimen as far as doing some exfoliating. I would definitely purchase this again if I had to, but this is not one that I probably will grab hold of, only because I need more of a dewy finish kind of foundation. But all in all, L'Oreal did an amazing job with the Infallible foundation. It's pretty nice. It's pretty good. I ended up getting the color Natural Buff. So that's what it looks like. This is what it looks like. The powder, it's like any other powder. It does stay, both of them do stay on pretty well, and I don't have any problems with it rubbing out. You know, this one says 24 hours, the powder says 16. I don't know, after about 8 hours or so, you don't really pay attention anymore if it stays on or anything, but usually, if I remember correctly, it seems like your face is just perfect. If I'm going out and partying, or if I'm out with the girls or a date or something, I do bring this with me just in case, as you do with any face powder. You do bring this with you just so you can touch up and make sure everything's back to being spot on. as far as packaging is concerned, I didn't say that with the foundation, but the foundation is in a tube, so it's really easy for travel. It's a nice black background with the red writing. Same goes for the powder. It's black on the outside. You can see the product right through the window, which is nice when you're trying to buy your right color. You open it up, and then there's the red. There is red light writing on the top too, and then there's the product itself. And then you open it up again, and there is the mirror and the sponge that goes with it. The sponge is basically one of those old school foundation browns. That's the feel it gives you. I do like to pat it on my face, and then I use my EcoTools bigger kabuki brush just to rub it back out. But be careful, this is, it's the Infallible line. You're going to expect this to be a rich combination of a powder and staying power. So you got to be careful with that as far as making sure you don't look too cakey. I have a tendency to overpack my stuff, being a little bit older than some of you people that are watching. I do have to be careful as far as not putting too much, but I'm pretty good. I do like this, and because it's such a nice powder, I would even suggest that you can use this as a nice summery, really quick buffing in for your foundation base instead of going through the foundation, liquid foundations or anything like that. Do a nice good coat of the powder, and you'd probably have a nice coverage with this, just because it's just a rich product. And I think that's about it. As far as my 2 cents is concerned, I like the product. I just probably won't go back to the foundation, only because I am a dry face girl. But it's a good product for the oily face girls. And as far as the powder is concerned, it's nice. I will definitely use both of these because they're in my collection, and I have nothing bad to say about these. Not that I want to, but I have nothing bad about to say about those. Oh, and also I like when they do combination things like this, because obviously foundation you get powder, and I like that they match, so that's kind of nice too. But what would you expect with L'Oreal and the Infallible line? They're great. Here is the rest of the video that shows how I put it on and how it looks and glides on my face. I hope you enjoy. Alright, I'm going to use a buffing brush by Real Techniques. I'm just going to put a little bit on the brush and then rub it in. I already have a face primer on, so, and moisturizer. Actually, let me go ahead and put my hair. So I got a little bit on my brush. And because this is a demi matte and my face is fairly dry, I do know I have to work fast with this because it seems to dry. Most of the matte kind of foundations seem to dry really quickly, so I need to hurry. I'll start, and I usually go with one side of the face first. I have tried this a few times over the course of having it in my possession, and I don't know if it's because I've been on a kick with my face routine as far as putting masks on, and at night I'm really diligent about putting some kind of moisture on, and I've just been really aware of my facial routine. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it, or I am using a new serum, which is the ELF mineral face primer. It's an tone adjusting green for my redness that you saw earlier. I don't know if that's it. I don't know what it is, or maybe it's just a combination of everything, or maybe I'm just having a good day. But it's going on pleasantly, and it's looking really, really good. Like, I'm having no problems whatsoever. I'm not doing anything different that I would if I were putting any other foundation on. So, I don't know. I'm going to put a little bit more on. I do see a little redness, so I'm going to make it a point to put just a little bit more right there. And we'll just kind of stipple it in. I'm a big believer of full coverage foundation. So I don't mind having to put a little bit more on. Alright, there's that. That's the foundation. And now I am going to go for the powder. I am torn. Usually sometimes I will use a brush. I use the Eco Tools big like kabuki brush. I do use this a lot when I have to do my face powder, but I'm gonna do a combination of the little pad they give you. It feels kind of, it's one of those like silicone-y kind of, it's not plastic or anything, kind of like a foundation, you know, the old school foundation applicators. So that's what we got there. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set my concealer. And I don't usually powder that much anymore. I mean, not crazy. For the sake of this video, obviously I will, but I'm usually not a big powder anymore. Back in the day though. And then I'll take my kabuki, kinda buff it out.